Florida's to the one for all.
This is News Center 2 Weekend with Scott Hansen, meteorologist Dan Satterfield, and sports with Buddy Pittman.
Another day to say hooray for Hollywood. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Hansen, live at Disney MGM Studios. It has been another day of grand openings and stargazing. We're here live to bring it all to you, all of today's events, and we'll talk about what's ahead for Disney. Now, yesterday, the events here centered on the movies. Today, though, was a celebration of the medium that you're watching right now, television. Dave McWigan joins us with more on Disney's Salute to TV today. Quite a show.
It was a big event today, Scott. 50 years ago, at the New York World's Fair, a new technological curiosity was introduced to the American public. They called it TV. The idea took off, and Disney MGM honored some of its pioneers in a ceremony today.
A motorcade down Hollywood Boulevard boasted a who's who of TV stars from the 50s and 60s. There's Rose Marie from the Dick Van Dyke Show, Werner Klemperer, better known as Colonel Klink of Hogan's Heroes, talk show pioneer Art Linkletter, and Cowabunga, Buffalo Bob Smith of Howdy Doody fame. Disney President Frank Wells introduced the luminaries in a ceremony featuring the traditional Disney pizzazz.
On the air.
The stars laid their handprints and signatures in cement for display at the park and gushed about Disney's newest attraction and their involvement with it.
It's the most fabulous thing that ever happened. This place is just unbelievable. It's the greatest thing in the world. It's magic. It really is.
I've been to a lot of places, but that's going to take me a long time to get over this one. This is magnificent.
Art Linkletter is optimistic about television's next 50 years.
I think TV is going to be continuing to be the greatest medium ever invented, the most spellbinding, and the most educatable, the most widely important in the influence of our culture. And I believe it's getting better, basically.
And we hope programs like this one help continue a tradition of quality. TV is the most used and influential appliance in American society. The medium's gone through a lot of changes in 50 years, and we're going to see even more remarkable changes in the years to come.
Hard to believe when you see people like that. It was what's called a vast wasteland, not when those people were on the air. Thanks a lot, Dave. Well, the best time for stargazing here was really late last night at a parade of stars down Hollywood Boulevard. Some of the top names in Hollywood rode through the park in vintage convertibles. People like Kevin Costner, Betty White, Lauren Bacall, they were all here. Now, the rain did push back the event until late in the evening, but the show must go on, they say, and after the storm cleared, it did. Visitors today got to see how some of those stars appear to do daring stunts in the movies. This was the grand opening of the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Len Wright says between the high-tech props and the live action, the show was a real blast.
Disney chief Michael Eisner and Indiana Jones producer George Lucas blows open the doors to the new attraction. When the smoke clears, visitors view the high tech of movie making. After 7 months of development, the stunts are designed to stun the audience.
It was action. It was everything that this kind of movie-making stuff should be. It was fab. I loved it. I'm going to come back every day for the rest of my life. I mean, I want to be blown up. I want to be shot from a plane. I want to be, you know, all that stuff.
It's tremendous. I had the impression, I can't believe that they can make all this happen and create these illusions.
The attraction provides all the magic of movie making with the excitement of live action. Now, the show doesn't officially open until June 15th, but visitors every day will be able to see rehearsals as they fine-tune the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. Len Wright, News Center 2 at the Disney MGM Studios.
And it's hard to believe with Disney's new theme park opening tomorrow, officially for the public, that the company is already talking about other projects opening months and even years away. But that is Disney's style, after all, always changing, always growing, always spending. Greg Fox talked with Disney's $40 million man today, Michael Eisner, about what's up his sleeve. Still more to come, huh?
Well, that's right. And we heard a lot more today on a new project idea that we've been hearing a lot of speculation on.
for about the last year. No, we're not talking about a new attraction, although it would certainly be unique in the classic Disney tradition, and it's an undertaking that would appeal more to locals than visitors. With the opening of the Disney MGM Studio theme park, Disney is reaffirming its commitment to building an entertainment kingdom above all else. But the country's richest business boss, Chairman Michael Eisner, says a rich parade of retail stores could fit the Disney image. He's considering putting a huge mall near I-4 and Highway 192.
We've been working on this for about 2 years, and I would not be surprised if we ended up doing it.
Eisner says the mall would not be connected to the parks. The customer base would be more local than tourist, and definitely upscale. But Eisner is giving no other detail
yet, because we don't know what we want to do, and unless we can do it great, we're not going to do it anyway.
Talk of a ritzy new shopping mall isn't the only project on Disney's mind. Imagineers are designing a special thoroughfare to go next to the new hotels. It's called Disney Boardwalk. The boards would lead you from Epcot, past the Dolphin and Swan hotels, and right up to the movie studio gates, complete with shops and small eateries like that of the world-famous Atlantic City Boardwalk.
It would be wonderful to bring back some of that great old nostalgia of Atlantic City and create a boardwalk, because Americans are becoming more and more where they like to walk. So we're going to give them a great opportunity to have a real fun walking experience.
Also on Disney's agenda, opening later this year, the Wonders of Life Pavilion, Disney's daring technological adventure through the human body, Typhoon Lagoon Water Park, and a new Magic Kingdom attraction on the history of flight. Greg Fox, News Center 2, Walt Disney World. Now think about some of Disney's new ventures for a moment. We have Pleasure Island nightclub. Sounds a lot like what Church Street Station has. And Disney Boardwalk, well, we already have a boardwalk in baseball, although the two attractions would be completely different. And then, of course, this hotel and convention business all lumped into one that Disney is building. Scott, it sounds an awful lot when you talk to them, like they're building more a kingdom of isolation to draw the tourist and the business crowd in and keep them away from other Central Florida attractions. And I would imagine that's hurting some of them. Yeah, you have to wonder how many people will pile in the old rent-a-car and drive into town when they can do it all right here. Sure, you come in here, one-stop shop. Yep. Thank you very much, Greg. Well, there are a couple of people in the state who may be able to live like stars for the next few years. Not one, but two winning lottery tickets were sold in the drawing last night, and that means the $10 million jackpot will be split right down the middle. There were some other winners, though. Here are the cash amounts. 5 out of 6 numbers right wins you $3,424. 4 numbers right wins $111.50. And if you matched 3 numbers last night, you're now the proud owner of $6. Next week, the jackpot goes back to $10 million once again. In just a moment, we will check in on the other news of the day, including the latest on the problems with the shuttle Atlantis.